I've come to realize that, shalom unto you. I've come to realize that when you're on the right track, there is a force that tries to keep you from succeeding. Yep. And Gregory Allen, Greg Allen, Greg A. Allen, is the key to unraveling a lot of deception, not just with Stephen Avery. I think it's gonna unlock a lot of closet doors that people wanted to stay bolted shut, bricked over, and never discovered. I've come to realize that a truth-seeking, God-fearing can be a lonely human endeavor. So I'm grateful I have God. I'm grateful that I have my dog. And I'm grateful for anyone who interacts with me or posts truth-seeking content, as it gives me the knowledge that I'm not alone in this, right? So let's just talk about Gregory Allen some. We know that Amy Sweezy, the district attorney who signed off on his plea deal in 2008, 4 months after Brendan Dassey was sentenced, separated herself from the Hennepin County, which is where Minneapolis is located, district attorney's office not long after I contacted her, coincidentally, at the time of the George Floyd, Derek Chauvin BLM riots. She sued them for $1.8 or $1.6 million. Now, Gregory Allen was in the military. I'll put up receipts. The documented history was that he was in the military from 1974 to 76. And during this time, there is a murder of a young girl named Donna Emmel in North Carolina. Now, I did not catch this until, because I've submitted a records request, his military records request, and spent 40 minutes on the phone yesterday waiting for someone because they claimed they didn't have a record of it, his military activity. And so I called and waited for someone, a human, to get on the phone to understand how we know he's in the military, but yet they're not claiming it. And while waiting, I was looking for my corroborating documentation, and I noticed an entry that was was not something that I had caught before. And it's that he enlisted in Baltimore, Maryland, which we know, into the Marines. And it gives a specific date. It also gives a specific date of discharge. But it also tells us where he was discharged from. And that's Fort Holabird in Baltimore, Maryland. So then my curious self said Fort Holabird. So I Googled that, and it is a U.S. Army intelligence school that, according to the narrative, was closed in 1973. Yet we have Gregory Allen there in 1976 And more interesting, we don't know where Gregory Allen was from 1976 to 1980. So, curious. So, I submitted another records request with all of this additional information. Um, and we'll see where that goes. So the narrative around Gene Couché in the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office, he was like undersheriff or maybe one under the undersheriff. I'm not even going to uh, pretend I know what rank he had, was that um, he was a CIA, former CIA, because he was also military. I was doing some searching of Fort Holabird on WikiLeaks, and some interesting things come up there. So, and then I found this other weird, very weird letter in this file I have on Greg Allen, and I'll put a screenshot up, where somebody was trying to contact him about a case in 1992, and they were given a number in New York to call of a guy named Walt Spog or Spock. And then if you think about his mother's name being Basinger, that's an odd, I don't know, like a code name. Who knows at this point? Who knows? all all avenues are worth exploring in this case, because it's a case that just keeps on giving. And then the oddness with Amy Sweezy, the oddness of the state of Wisconsin, Randy Woodfield and his oddness, all the crimes committed by people to try and keep a lid on all this, the links to football teams, you know, Teresa Halbach, the a woman who Stephen Avery is in, and Brendan Dassey are in prison for, her brother is a video guy for Green Bay Packers. Her other brother is an attorney in Calumet or Manitowoc. I don't. It's the math ain't mathin' at all. And then Andy Hale, Michael Griesbach. I mean, these guys, Ken Kratz, Len Kaczynski. How many of these guys have? I know Len Kaczynski was in the reserves. I know Tom Kasurek was also like in the reserves. I know when you look into um, the state of Wisconsin and their Army Reserve or whatever they're called, it says they didn't get deployed at all overseas during the 70s, the Vietnam War. And that's a red flag to me. Tim Walz, I believe, was also the governor of Minnesota, was also in the reserves. And then we have the weirdness around the military with Charlie Kirk. Be just have your head on a swivel. Have a blessed day. Shalom.